See, what they don't know is they're tuning in to DBYT Podcast. My name is Taisha Hines, and this is my show where I'll explore the ins and outs of the world around me. You can tune in every Wednesday at 7 o'clock Eastern Time. Disclaimer: explicit content will be discussed on this episode. If you with it, stay tuned. If not, I'll see you soon. On this episode, we will understand the hardships with situationships. We will be getting a deeper understanding of what a situationship is and how to deal with them. My guest today will let you in on some of their personal experiences dealing with their own situationships. I want to go ahead and give thanks to all my participants for being such good sports in the making of this production. With that being said, let's get into it. Welcome to the segment that I like to call 212 degrees, where if you can't take the heat, you might just want to get out the kitchen. Okay? Hey Kiki, how you doing?
Hey girl, I'm doing good. How
I'm
you
doing just fine. Can I ask you some questions?
Yes,
All right,
ma'am.
the first question I have for you is, how long is long enough for the talking stage?
Okay, so with the talking stage, I feel like it shouldn't be something that is like well overdue. Like if you're sitting over here and you're texting someone for like 3 months or 4 months and y'all haven't like made a step to like go on dates or do anything else or take your relationship further, then that's like too long. Even 2 months, that's too long just to be talking and not trying to, make it more than what it already is.
Hey, Monty.
What's up?
Okay, are you okay with not having a title even though you feel a connection?
No,
Why not?
it's because like it's only so much you could do. Cause like, okay, here's a drastic answer. Say for instance, something happened and they in the hospital, and y'all not married. You have no say, or like everybody they be wanting the perks of a relationship without the commitment or like no title. So I'm good on that.
She said, I'm straight on that, sis. Kiki, why do you believe
Yes.
situationships have become more popular these days?
Because these children, these young kids, they just think it's okay to just talk to someone and, not take it a step further. They just want to say that they're messing with somebody or dealing with somebody just because of the idea, but they don't really want to be in a relationship, or everybody thinks they're too good to be in a relationship, and they're just trying to normalize situationships.
Have you ever been the person to lead on a situationship?
Not really, because if it's not going anywhere, I always been the type to be like, okay, so what are we doing now? Like, you know, I never been the type to just go with the flow of things and not ask or get curious of like, okay, so why isn't it going further than what it is?
All right. Joseph,
Yes.
in these situations, what do you call the other person involved in the situationship?
It depends on if I'm the one who thinks that like we're dating or not. Because if I don't think we're dating, then it's just someone I'm talking to.
Okay. And if roles were reversed, what would the case be?
That they're my boyfriend.
Okay, I feel that.
That's it.
Moody.
Yeah.
Have you ever been in a situationship?
Yeah.
So when you were, did you spend time with them in public?
A little bit, but not really. It wouldn't be like no dates. Like, this was kind of when I was younger. So it's like school kind of sort of like high school. So I would see them a little bit, spend a little bit of time with them like during school, but after that, no.
So it really wasn't that serious. It was just like a school boyfriend, girlfriend type thing.
Yeah, but I mean, we would see each other outside of school, but it wouldn't like be in like a public area.
So like at nighttime or something?
Yeah.
Oh, you was in the dark. Damn.
Yeah, basically. Nah, I really wasn't in the dark though.
It wasn't in the dark, but what was it in?
Just not in everybody else's like business.
Okay, I respect that. Imani,
What's up?
did you ever post your situationship on social media, like that person?
No, if
Why
you
not?
ain't posting me, I ain't about to be out here looking stupid.
Uh, so basically, it's a even thing. So if they do it, you do it.
Yeah, cause like officially, that's not my nigga. So no,
Okay, so you saying that the man got to do it first in order for you to do it?
yeah, basically
Uh, okay, why do you feel like that?
because I ain't trying to be out here looking stupid. I mean, that's the main thing.
That's the main
Cause
thing.
it's official at the end of the day. Cause like with a situation, you gotta always assume the worst. Like he talking to other folks. So exactly, yeah.
So why do y'all put yourself in that situation if you are already assuming the worst?
Cause I'm weak.
Girl, I'm not gonna play with you. Kiki, if you found
Yes.
yourself in this situation, would you ask about moving forward in the relationship or would you just go with the flow?
I can't just go with the flow. I ask too many questions. And if I'm like feeling the type of way about somebody, for example, like
Mm-hmm.
the last person I was dealing with, I would always like have to communicate with them like, okay, so what are we doing? Are we gonna move forward from what we're doing? Or like you always have to set those boundaries in the beginning so you don't, so you're not guessing on what it is and what it ain't, you know?
So what you basically
So
saying
yeah,
is
I
like be
always
straight up?
ask about moving forward. Yes,
Mm. Okay, okay.
I feel that way.
Moody, since you just said something about these boundaries and guidelines, what would you say that the guidelines are for you when you're in a situationship?
The guidelines.
Yeah,
I mean,
like can she post you?
ooh, I mean, if she feels the need, because at the end of the day, though, if somebody else was to see and they asked me, I could tell them like, no, I mean, I talked to that person, but I don't know why I post them. She's a friend. I mean, there's different ways you can play
Damn.
around it if you wanted to, but
So you decide to play games.
nah, ain't playing games. But it's just like, as far as certain people, it's like certain situations. So different situationships are kind of like different amongst people. So I don't know. It just kind of depends on who actually is in the situation, because y'all might have that where y'all post each other, but y'all might just be like, yeah, nah, we're just friends. Y'all like tell people y'all friends, but then
Mm.
there might be other people. Somebody might post them and they're like, no, I talked to them, and the other person might not agree with it. So I don't know. It just depends on the people, I guess.
I understand that. Imani,
Hmm.
what situation will cause you to pull the "I'm not your girlfriend" card?
Um, I feel like maybe if I'm trying to talk to somebody else, like you ain't about to be blocking my blessing.
Oh, okay. Moody,
Yeah.
what would cause you to pull that "I'm not your boyfriend" card?
Uh, they start acting like if they try to start acting like different, like as far as like they start tripping about something that they haven't tripped about before. Like I don't know, like basically how you said like posting like now all of a sudden they like, oh, why ain't you post me or something like that? You like, nah, like we not together. Like
Mm. Okay, okay. So yours go with social media. Okay,
not even not okay.
Joseph. Oh, go
Yeah,
ahead. Go ahead.
no,
You
not even
good?
like social media, but as far as like if they just start acting out of character as far as like how things have been going, if they do something that y'all kind of already had like established, but then they try to backtrack on that and try changing stuff, then that would be like, hold up, like we've been doing this already, like why are you trying to change it? We not together, so you feel me? Like
So in that situation, would you think they have like their feelings have grown? The reason that they are changing?
yeah, I feel like feelings would have to be involved for that to happen.
Okay, all right. Joseph,
Mm-hmm.
do you believe that this is just another form of friends with benefits, or is it something completely different?
I think it's just another form, but it's just a little bit more exclusive than friends with benefits. Because like with friends
Mm-hmm.
with benefits, you don't have to stick with that one person. But if you want a booty call, you got one. But with situationships, it's like one of the people in the situationship thinks that you're together and you don't. So it's a little bit more exclusive for one of the people, and then it's not for the other.
Kiki, do you agree with that?
In some way I do, because I feel like they're pretty much the same thing, except for the simple fact that, yeah, I do agree. Just because, like, it may be some feelings involved in a situationship, then more so than friends with benefits.
Okay. Joseph,
Yes.
if you catch feelings, do you cut them off or do you explore the feelings?
Um. Well,
Well,
it depends on my mindset going in. Because if I was just looking to be a hoe,
mm-hmm.
then I'm gonna cut them off. But
All right.
if I was actually when I was single looking to like explore more, then I wouldn't have.
Imani,
Mm-hmm.
if you catch feelings, do you cut them off or do you explore the feelings?
I mean, I'm kind of started, so I'm gonna try to peep out how they feeling me.
Yeah.
So if they feeling me, then I'm gonna try to see like where they headed, or if I think they feeling me, I'm trying to see where they headed. If they want to take this further than what it is, or make it serious.
Okay. So in that aspect, it's more about communication than what both of y'all want to
Yeah,
do.
because in a situation, I feel like you got to be on the same page, and it's kind of hard.
Yeah.
But in for orders for somebody feelings not to get hurt, y'all got to be mutual and speak up. So if you catch feelings, you better speak up, or you gonna get your feelings hurt.
Dang.
Period.
It's that's tough. That's tough. Money, we're gonna go right back to
Oh
you.
Lord.
Are these people just placeholders until you find someone that you want to be with?
Ooh, child. No, because I mean, everybody that like I'm talking to or messing with, I may see potential in something later on down the road.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Now placeholders, if I say yes, that's gonna make me sound like a hoe. But I mean, no, 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 no.
No. Okay. Have you ever thought that you may be a placeholder for them?
Oh, I probably am.
Oh dang.
Oh,
Oh.
Yes.
Okay. I said yes. Oh. Okay. Moody,
Yeah.
can you get jealous about them talking to other people even though y'all aren't exclusive?
I mean, I feel like as a human, that would be like kind of natural. But depending on if you should say something, no, I wouldn't say anything. But I mean, I'm not the type that would get jealous if it's like a situationship, because at the end of the day, like you said, like it's not really yours, and you out there doing your own thing, so you can't be mad. And then if you do get mad, then that might mean that you want more than just a situationship.
Mm. So when do you speak up and say that you want to be in a relationship with that person?
It would just, I guess as time come, like when if you feel the need that you would actually want to be with that person for real, then I feel like that's when you should speak up about, or at least mention the idea of y'all working towards that.
Mm-hmm. So in that case, has your situationship ever turned into a relationship?
No, but I've had a relationship turn into a situationship.
How, how did it go backwards?
How did it go backwards?
I feel like that's stepping backwards. How did it do that?
Honestly, I don't even know.
Y'all
It just
wasn't
happened
feeling
like
each
that.
other no more like that?
It was just certain things that like, it wasn't even like nothing that was like really bad. It was just some stuff happened, and I don't know.
Mm.
It's just like
Dang. Kiki, are you with us?
Yes.
Has your situationship ever turned into a relationship?
Nope, it never did.
Dang,
One of them
that's tough.
almost did, but never
What kept
ever.
it from turning into a relationship?
Um, Basically me moving for school. That's basically what it
Mm.
was.
Oh, so it
So
wasn't
yeah,
okay. You
it's
can't
something
help
kind
that.
of, yeah, I really can't. It's hard. Long distance is very hard.
Joseph,
Yes.
is it worth the risk to put your feelings out there to experience a situationship?
uh, for me, even though I did get hurt in the process of some of my situationships, it led me to who I'm with today. So
Mm-hmm.
I don't. It's a risk, but it's worth it. Yeah.
Imani, do you agree?
I agree with me personally because of my experiences, but
Mm-hmm.
you just gotta be prepared because in my experience, that's how you can get hurt the worst. Like besides like even being in a relationship, breakups, being in a situation and breaking up with them, that's a pain. Cause like you like a best friend to them. You like
Mm.
it's something deeper than a lot of other stuff.
Okay. Think it's worth it?
Sometimes it could be just simply because you never know what might happen. Like you guys could both end up being together in the long run. So I think it is okay, but it's just you have to set those boundaries, like I said in the beginning, to see if you guys are on the same page throughout the whole situationship.
Okay. And Moody, do you think it's worth the risk?
Uh, mm, that's a tough one. Uh, I don't know.
You don't even
Um,
know.
I don't know.
So if somebody came up to you and wanted to start one like a situationship, would you go for it?
I don't know because like sometimes it just be all bad from the get go, and you don't even want to put yourself in that situation
Mm-hmm.
because some people that they could say one thing and then as soon as something happens, they mind go somewhere else and then they just go out jack in the box, act a nutcase.
Right.
And you
Well,
have
from y'all responses, y'all sound like y'all really don't mind being in a situationship.
Mm,
Am I right?
No.
yeah.
no, ain't nothing wrong with it.
I mean, I wouldn't
Right.
prefer, but I don't mind.
Not
All right. Well, that's all the time we have today. Thank you guys for coming out and talking with me.
Anytime.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
I'm gonna catch y'all later. This been 212 with your girl Ty. We're gonna see y'all next week. Bye.
Bye.
uh,
I want to give a shout out to all my Libra babies. Also, wanted to give a shout out to my college students. I know this week and next week might be a little stressful due to midterms, but I want you guys to relax, organize, and prioritize your work in order to have the most productive outcome. You got this, and I hope y'all do good on these exams coming up. Lastly, shout out to my babies from last week. Y'all did an amazing job. And if this is your first time tuning in, don't forget to check out last week's episode on relationships. Welcome back to Let Me Ask You Something. Today we have Roseberry and Adrian. Roseberry is one of my favorite people on the planet. He's a baller and a great person to go to when I need advice. And Adrian and I have been close since middle school. She has a beautiful spirit and an amazing heart. Now I'll let Roseberry tell you guys a little bit about himself. Roseberry?
Thank you, Taisha. My name is Bryant. First off, when did they even let you out? Like when they let the goat out? I mean, he's a goat. Come on now. Um, and my name is Bryant. I go to school over at Morehouse currently. And my major is biology, more so focusing though on trading forex, and I'm also a real estate investor as well, and I do drop shipping.
That is interessante. Do you take Espanol? Pretty sure you don't. But hey, Brian, let me ask you something. Have you ever been in a situationship?
Most definitely.
What was the experience like?
Well, situationship, I would assume that what you mean by that is you mean, one person thinks a relationship is something that the other does not think it is. And I just happen to be the one to not think that it was an actual relationship with this girl, but she believed that we were boyfriend and girlfriend.
Oh, wow. Well, did it turn into a relationship or was it more of a ghosting? And when I mean by ghosting, just in case, is when you just leave them. You don't have any goodbyes or any conclusions. You just kind of drop them out of the blue.
Yeah, so this is actually different. It didn't turn into a relationship, but I was not the one that ghosted her. Actually,
Whoa.
she's the one that ghosted me. Yeah, I know. I know.
So, would you like to give us insight on the situationship that you encountered?
I hope so. Yeah, I will. I'm playing. Yeah, I will. So it was a senior year in high school. This girl, fine as could be, to be honest. But she wanted an actual relationship with me, and I was not about to stay committed to her, if we're being completely honest with each other. So, she would always ask me, when are you gonna ask to, if you want to be my boyfriend? And she always ask questions like that, and I'd be like, soon, soon, soon. And she went on about her days as if we were together, and to me, we were not. I was still talking to other girls and everything, which is wrong with me, by the way. Just want to point that out. It's very wrong. Yeah, we talking. That was like 5 years ago.
Right.
Yeah.
You hopefully matured since then, right?
Oh, most definitely,
Okay.
definitely. Yeah. So she wanted it to be more. And in her mind, it was more than just that. And I remember one time she actually caught me with this other girl, and I was straight
What
up.
was her reaction?
She cried. She said I thought we were together. And me being a dog I was back in the day, I was like, I never asked you to be my girlfriend, so me and you were not together.
Whoa. And you hardcore. You cold-hearted hardcore dude. What is this? I thought I knew you better than this.
All right, come on now. That was a long time ago. It was actually pretty stupid of me, but I'm sure we'll get to that later. With that being said, so eventually she had enough of it, and I guess that one day she that was she just stopped talking to me.
Yeah, there's the ghosting. I see.
And I didn't care at first until about 30 days. Yeah, 30 days around that ballpark. About 30 days. Yeah, that's when I started caring. I realized I probably should have handled things differently.
So did you ever develop real feelings for her along that timeline, even after she ghosted you?
I was. You're saying after she ghosted me?
Or even when y'all was in the situationship. Did
Oh,
you ever care about the girl for real? Or you just was?
Yeah, when we were in a relationship, I really did care for her. I just kept telling myself that I didn't. I did subconsciously, and once she ghosted me, I realized I actually love this girl.
Did you ever want to get back with her?
Oh yeah. Did
she give you a chance?
Hell no. No. She probably, she was still thinking I'm a dog, which I can't blame her. If someone did that, just.
How long did y'all carry the situationship?
We carried the situationship for, I would say, that was like 7 months. 7 months.
What? You was playing this girl for 7 months, just playing with her feelings. You dog you.
Well, well, that's not really my fault. If I could explain my side of things, See, all right. So I was like a star basketball player in my high school, and I was going places, and at that time I thought, oh well, it don't really matter. In about a year's time, I'll be playing overseas, playing professional basketball overseas anyway. So, I might as well, talk to a bunch of different girls, see which one, I'll ball this thing. Come on now. So, that's honestly how I was thinking. And yeah, none of that materialized the way I envisioned.
Hmm. So, is there anything else you want to add to this situationship
Yeah,
that we just need to know about?
that you just need to know about.
Just need to know about.
Well, you, yeah, that girl. For the longest, I convinced myself that that's the one that got away from me, and
Oh,
she probably is the one that got away from me.
you and your Katy Perry stuff. That's so cute.
Katy Perry.
Yeah, you never heard her song, The One That Got Away? No? You need to listen to that. Matter of fact, all y'all need to listen to that. But my last question of this interview would be, what advice would you give to people listening on this topic?
Okay, my advice would be, if you are in my situation, you need to be straight up with that person. You don't want to make the same mistakes I did, because at the end of the day, that's still a person. You don't want to play with their feelings or anything. And you want to communicate. You want to communicate about that type of thing. If you really don't want to be in a relationship with them, just tell them straight up. If you do want to be in a relationship with them, tell them that you do want to and actually want to be in a relationship with them. If you're going to be in her situation, you do exactly what she did to me. Just ghost me. Nah, it must have been hard for her to do, because she even told me that she loves me and everything, and I was just kind of, when she said it, I was just like, oh yeah. Yeah, and if you're in her situation, you should leave someone that acts like me. Because honestly, I was a straight up jerk to her, and no one should go through that. No one, I don't care who you are. If you really like someone but they don't like you back, their actions will tell you how they really feel about you. So that's the best advice I can give you.
I appreciate that, because that is like some of the most realist advice to give people in a situationship. If you don't want to be there, don't. If you want to be there, do. It's kind of simple. But I want to thank Roseberry and
Thank you for having me on the show. And man, I like what you're doing. I like what you're doing. I'm a big fan of the show and everything.
Oh, you big fan? You big fan? Yeah.
I big fan. I really big fan of the show.
All right, Brian, I'm gonna holler at you.
All right.
Thank you. You're welcome. Hey, everybody. Thank you for that little snippet of information, Brian. And I hope y'all enjoyed that little excerpt of Under the Influence by Chris Brown. That is from his extended version of his album, Indigo. If you haven't listened to the album, go support my boy. But now we have Adrienne, one of my great friends. She always be popping with the pop titin, I'm saying? Hey, Adrienne, how you doing today?
I'm great. How are you, boo?
I'm living. I'm going through it, but we're going to keep it pushing.
Period.
So, hey, let me ask you something.
Okay.
That's kind of cute, because you know what? Never mind. Everybody, never mind. Have you ever been in a situationship?
I have, actually.
Yeah. What was the experience like?
I would say it was 50-50. Like in the beginning it was cool, but towards the end not so much.
Did it turn into a relationship or a ghosting?
I would say a ghosting. Like we're still friends and we like communicate every now and then, but it wasn't no relationship now.
Did you ghost him or did he ghost you?
I feel like a little bit of both.
A little bit of both. Okay.
Yeah.
So, would you like to give us insight on the situationship that you encountered?
I would like to. So it was a high school thing, and when two people like each other, but when two people want different things, it just didn't go as planned. Like we would go out a lot, and then some other people like kind of played a part in it.
Right.
Like outside factors, like other people that they had interest in stuff. Yeah.
I ain't even gonna say nothing. I am not even finna go there. You know who you are, and you definitely know who you are. But how did you feel in that situationship? Like, the duration of it.
I had my happy and my frustrated moments for sure. Like, I really liked the person, and I just at times I wish it kind of went better, but life is life.
Right. Isn't that crazy? But things happen for a reason.
That is true.
So after your situationship ended, did you ever find another person to entertain, I should say?
Right after, or like in the future?
I mean, whatever in the future. Hey, that was a situationship. It wasn't a relationship, so it doesn't matter if you did or didn't. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Well, I did.
No harm, no foul.
Right, I did, because at the end of the day, that wasn't my nigga. So
exactly.
So yeah, I got to do me at the end of the day. So
I feel that wholeheartedly. So, what advice would you give to the people listening on this topic?
Just to know what you want straight up. Like, if you want to be in a relationship and that's really what you want, don't enter a situationship, because you might get hurt, or you might just be frustrated all the time and sad. Like, so if it's not what you want, like if you know exactly what you want, go for that.
I think those were some lovely answers from such a lovely person. So, thank you, Adrian, for your great answers.
Anytime, girl. Anytime.
And that was, let me ask you something with Ty and Adrian and my friend Brian Roseberry. So, y'all tune in next week for another segment. It's been a pleasure. Well, if you ask me, situationships are a trap. Most people who spend time together frequently tend to create a bond unintentionally. It may feel great and indescribable at first, but sometimes that feeling is only temporary. If you want to be more than a situation, make that clear. Don't allow anyone to drag you through something that won't lead it anywhere. Everybody has a life that they don't want to waste, so do everyone and yourself a favor and be straight up with that person. Honesty is truly the best policy when it comes to a situationship in order to protect all hearts from being broken. If you're not looking for more, let that be known. All right, everybody, that's all we have for Don't Bite Your Tongue today. I want to thank everybody who tuned in this week. Y'all are real ones. Y'all can follow me on Instagram at _Sanaa. That's my last name backwards. My Snapchat at Taisha37, or even my Twitter at its_TaishaH. If you have any comments, suggestions, topics, or questions, feel free to use the voice message feature to send it through the Anchor app, or if you tune in through any other external podcasting services, you can hit me up on my social media. Tune in next week where we will be discussing procrastination. Again, I want to thank all my guests that I had on the show today. I'm Taisha, and I promise I won't bite my tongue.